Hello and welcome to another video. This one wasn't quite planned, but I was in the city yesterday and I had an appointment at 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂 with a makeup artist to go through some products. I don't know whether you've experienced this before. I'm sure you probably have if you've got your own makeup bag. I am running out of everything and it always seems to happen at the same time. With our honeymoon coming up next week, I was potentially going to address it in America at Sephora and get some bits that you maybe can't get in the UK and that I've been eyeing up, but I think I would rather spend my time waiting in a queue to get a Gideon's or go on a ride or something like that than spend a morning in Sephora. And I think selflessly, I don't think Andrew would have much fun in Sephora. Instead, I booked myself in, as I said, at 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂 with a makeup artist, and I took with me the remainder of my makeup bag, what I've been using, what I like, what I don't like, what's obviously running out. I'm not a makeup gal, but I do enjoy doing my makeup. I don't go over the top. I think as far as I dare go is mascara and then fake freckles. I kind of wanted to talk about base, that like the type of foundation or tinted moisturiser that I'm wanting. For so many years I liked NARS Sheer Glow tinted moisturiser, that dewy look, but now I've gone more matte or like a soft sheen type of finish. Also over the years I don't tan as much, I'm not as orange deep as I used to go for. I'm trying to like embrace what I have. I think I'm always going to be someone that likes to cover up the veins and not look so blue, but I'm more on the matte side and then like a glowy bronzer or something like that. So on that note, thought we should maybe have a look at what I bought yesterday. Just for context, I wouldn't normally spend this much money. However, what I will say is that, well, just as throwing it out there, I spent £200 and this has come out of our Disney honeymoon fund. Not that I need to explain or anything, but the products that I have bought, I will say is an investment, but it's also gonna last. Similar to skincare, I don't feel like you need to spend a lot on skincare, but if you do, they tend to be products that will last for a good couple of months. So you're getting your money's worth. But for me, it was just, I fell in love with these products because of the quality of them, the finish of them. And when I came to, so I had my makeup done at around 3, half 3. We were probably finished about 3:45. And I didn't take my makeup off until like 9:30, 10, and it was still just on there and looked great. So I do believe you get what you pay for. All these products are new. Some of these brands I haven't used. Some of these brands I've been eyeing up but have been out of stock. I have done my skincare. I just need to put on a primer. Now the primer I'm using at the moment, a Sephora own primer. It's a matte primer and it is literally on its last legs. That is on my list of things to purchase when I'm out in America. Highly recommend this primer. It's really, really affordable. I find it hydrating. First product, which will be 2 because they work together because one's a brush and one's a foundation. I found out about rose ink. Should I do this? This is what the beauty people do. It's got a little pump and it's by Rosie Huntington Whiteley. I know her from doing a lot of stuff with M&S, but I didn't know she had a makeup range, which funnily enough isn't in M&S, but it is in 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂. And I brought the brush to go with it. It's a nice tapered brush, really nice and soft, quite dense, but I'm not someone that likes using my fingers. So let's start off with that, shall we? I'm quite skeptical about brushes, but I really did enjoy this one because of how it feels, but you get that kind of, I don't like that stripy look, but I always get a little bit like, you know when someone does like if you go to the hairdressers and they do your hair for you, like you go and get your makeup done and you try and replicate it at home. I'm actually a bit anxious going through all these products because I want it to look like it did yesterday. So as you can see, there still is like a bit of like a reflection to it, but it's not that wet look, that wet dewy look that I used to go for and I used to like, but it's just nice and I'd say youthful, I don't know. It's got some life to it and you can still see texture, I feel. Like there are obviously like a spot here and some bits up here that I want to conceal, but I love it. So that's done. Now, what did she tell me to do next? I think I'm going to go with the lighter one. So I've got 2 of the Rosy Ink concealers. It was between Rare Beauty concealer or this. The Rare Beauty ones I felt, well, first of all, they weren't in stock. So I might have a look when I'm out in America, but I've got these now. So these are more thick and these came out first before the foundation. So I think what Rosie was trying to do is use these as a foundation because it's very thick, so a little bit goes a long way. But now they've been branded as a concealer. I could be wrong, but that's what the women told me yesterday. So my foundation was in 10N, and then this one is 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂. So that's the lighter one. And then I've got 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂, which is more like for spots. So a lighter one for like under the eyes, and then that one's just to cover spots. So I'm gonna go with the lighter one because I'm gonna use the same brush. She told me to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Say she has a name, she was called Sarah. If you're in Norwich, I highly recommend you booking in with her. So I've put a small amount here and I'm using this 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕𝒂 brush, which I really rate these, but it's really good for concealer. So she just said using a little bit, popping it in there. I kind of was already doing this anyway with, I think it was like a Revolution stick, but I didn't like the thickness of it. It was almost like a foundation stick rather than a concealer. Mind you, like this is quite thick, but you can choose how much you want to use and almost like thin it out. So the one thing that I didn't do that she taught me to do was going over the eyelids. And in my head, I'm like, well, why would you do your eyelids? Because it will get creased and look all like nasty. Well, you just set it with some powder, which I already own, but it was the way that I was doing it that wasn't great. But the skin here is so thin and so thin here, it can look quite veiny. And just with a lovely brush, like that has, and I've still got some more left, she said, go down the bridge of your nose. I like to just sometimes I feel like makeup collects here. I'd quite like to do a little bit on my chin, on my upper lip, not my upper lip, my cupid's bow, my nose, down the bridge. I like that she did that yesterday, but I have got other products that I want to use, so I'm really happy with that. Let me just stay hydrated. I'm going to conceal, so I've done the 30, now the 20. So I've got a spot here, one above my eyebrow. They're not horrendous, but they're just a bit red. So I'm just gonna do a dot and conceal. So good. I feel like a lot of the stuff I was doing before, I would put so much work into like carving my face out, and then I would pack a load of stuff on top of it, like a powder or the serum that I was using, and it would take it all away. So like, for example, I would put the serum that I was using for a foundation, and then I would go over with my Bare Minerals. And if you know Bare Minerals, you'll know that it's a foundation, it's a powder foundation, it's an all-in-one. And again, that's why I liked it. So all the work that I would have done to have that finish would then be changed again because I'd put another product on top. So it's a learning curve. For me, I think I'm just gonna do my eyebrows next, which I didn't purchase. So I use my HD Brows gel. I'm just gonna do these off camera and we'll resume the other products. But it's literally just HD Brows and then I fill in with a NYX pen. A NYX pencil. So I've done my eyebrows, like they're not great, and this one's more up than this one, but I just can't seem to get it right, so we're just gonna move on. Contour, let's do the contour. So the next step I'm gonna do is my bronzing, my contour, and I went for the bronzer stick in Bright Side by Rare Beauty. So I tend to go there there, all around here. Under my lip. Just do under my lip. So Sarah said to use 𝒊𝒏𝒔𝒕� brush or whatever. Not too dense. So I'm just gonna, I think you've got to work with this product quite quickly. I need to clean all my brushes really because it's got previous bronzer product on it that I don't like. But I'm liking the finish. Just buffing it in. Trying to be mindful of where my spots are. It's definitely like warmed my face up. End of my nose. But that compared to my Fenty stick, you can see where I probably wasn't loving it. This is too cool toned and I think this has got a bit more warmth to it. I could still get away with that. I feel like maybe when I'm more tanned I could get away with that one. But I don't think amber was my colour. But I do love that. That's really nice and creamy. Right, next product is the Rare Beauty blush, which I've been dying to try. I've heard really good things about this. So I was told to do 1 dot. Some people do 2, but I feel like it's, look. What I was using before was a NARS Orgasm liquid blush, but it was very, very liquidy. So I wasn't overly happy with it. This is quite, see, even that 1 dot I think might have been a little bit too much. I like that sun-kissed look. Not the normal look I'd go for, but putting freckles over the top of that and it being cold outside, still feel like it tapers me up. But I just love her packaging and what it stands for. It's supposed to be helpful for people that struggle to use their hands, and because I know that she has lupus, so she's in a lot of pain a lot of the time. So it's just, I like that. It's very, very easy to use and it's like it. It's well thought out product. So I'm actually going to go in and powder. I use the Laura Mercier powder. They have just released a finer milled translucent powder that I used yesterday and it was amazing. So when I run out of this in about a century, I'll get that one, unless they've come out with a better one. So again, Sarah told me to use a brush like this. I was using a brush like this, which is tapered but like quite thick, and you literally hardly need anything to just set your eyelids. Where I've put the concealer, really, just whoosh it around in here. I just like that my base is like pretty much almost matte, but like a sheen to it. And then the creamy products I'm using on top is giving that youthfulness as well. So I'm going to set my spots, my hairy spots. 1 brush, multiple purposes. Just probably going to have to clean it in between. She also said like a dome brush, which I do need to purchase, to powder definitely the neck, which in that case I'm just going to use my tapered brush and tap here so that it doesn't transfer. Really loving that. I am now going to do my last product that I've purchased, and that is the Laura Mercier highlighter. And this, I was like, I did not go in needing anything of the sorts. Okay, I've just squeezed it and there's stuff coming out. Okay. So just doing 2 dots bridge of the nose, chin, I might do there, but I don't like looking greasy there. I just really liked it. I think what I like about this is that it's not glittery, it's glowy. I don't like it on my forehead though. Not a fan of that. I think it's because I've got a big forehead, I don't want to accentuate it. But it's really like, it captures the light. Also not a fan on my chin because I want to get that dissolved. So let's just, you know where I might put it actually? Because I don't wear lip liner. Oh, I've got a bogey. Is doing it there. Oh, I like that. Yay, I did it myself. So those are all my products that I've used. I will finish off my makeup look, but the main purpose was just to show me using all of them. So the Soft Light Skin Smoothing Liquid Foundation is 42 by Rose Inc. The concealers are 24 each. The contour stick by Rare Beauty is 25. The Space NK brush, which I've used for concealer under my eyes and for spots and for powdering, is £14. The Rose Inc brush that I use to apply the foundation is 22. The Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Dewy Blush in Hope is 22. And then lastly, the Laura Mercier Liquid Highlighter Fluid in Gold Glow is 30. Really what I would recommend is, what I've done is going in with a makeup bag of things that you're not enjoying, what you are enjoying, but then going in with A, a budget, and B, products that you might have in mind to purchase. I've gone into Space NK a few times and I've looked online, I watch videos, TikToks and things like that of people reviewing new products, products that they're enjoying, products where I like the finish on people's skin, but until you try it on your own and how your skin absorbs it and it applies, it's so subjective. Not everyone's the same. There were things like the moisturiser that Sarah used on my skin before applying everything was a Tatcha cream, and that felt amazing on my skin, but I just didn't go there with the purpose of getting a moisturiser primer. So that might be on my Christmas list, or I might see how much it is in America. Again, it's something that will last, but it's just not something that was in my budget. There were some brushes that I liked. There was an Hourglass brush, but it was like £56, and I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, thank you, but that is a really pretty and lovely brush. Other things, as I said, like I'm not enjoying how I'm doing my eyebrows at the moment. I think they're probably a little bit too dark. I don't like the finish of them, but that's just like something I didn't really want to tackle. It was more my base that I'd fallen out of love with. But overall, I've got some practicing to do, but I really, really like it. So I'm going to finish off my makeup now and I'll show you it all together. This is the end result. I don't really do anything with my lips. So I don't really do anything. I don't do anything with my lips. I just do my fake freckles and my mascara. But I feel excited to do my makeup again and make myself feel pretty and put together, and like now I want to put a nice outfit on and go do something. Encourages a ripple effect. I hope you enjoyed my little haul. Not so little haul, but I am over the moon with what I managed to get and how I've applied it myself. I am loving the finish. Probably just need to do a bit of a setting spray. Be nice to know what your favourite products are, what you're loving at the moment. What is your holy grail product? I'm definitely gonna say that these two I highly rate. I mean, all of these products, you truly don't need a lot of it to have an effect, but I am, as I said, excited to do my makeup now. So a nice little beauty video here for someone that doesn't feel like they know too much about beauty and makeup, but I'm giving it a go and I'm enjoying it. So maybe more to come, who knows. The next time I might end up doing a winged eyeliner or some eyeshadow. There is room for a bit of growth, but at the same time I feel really confident with what I've done. I feel proud. Probably not as good as what Sarah did yesterday, but I love it. So I will see you next week for my last vlog before our honeymoon. I'm going to schedule some other bits like my Disney outfits and a packing video. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you very soon.